Greetings everyone. In today's video we are going to be learning how to sew a very relaxed zipper flap. A zipper flap is a type of zip that stays in front of your trousers or skirt. I'll be sharing with you the most easiest and most detailed method on how you can achieve this easily. So greetings and let's get started. So I just went ahead to place a random pieces on fold. I placed my tape 2 inches upwards and I'm going to measure my hip line measurement plus 1 inch, and that's what I cut out. I'll divide the fold up into 2 and I'm going to be marking a width of 2.5 inches as the width of my zipper flap, and I'll cut it out. Choose one part to be the down part of your flap and you go ahead to give it a curve at the down like this. So next I'll go ahead to give it a tiny fold on the curved part all through for the both sides. You can skip this part if you know you want to overlock it. This is my trouser piece. Either you are making a skirt or a trouser, you just have to join it and stop exactly on your hip line. So I'll go ahead to join the two pieces together, stopping exactly on my hip line, and this is what it looks like. Next, you flip this to the wrong side and you are going to take your zipper flap. Mind you are going to be turning each side of this joint, and all you have to do is to start sewing from the up and you stop immediately where your previous stitch stopped, and you have to do this separately for each side. Take note, you are going to start sewing immediately where your previous stitch stopped and you sew all the way to the up part. All right, so when you are done doing this for the both sides, you iron this down and this is what it will look like after ironing. So I'll go ahead to flip this to the wrong side and this is what it looks like on the wrong side. To continue the flap, you'd have to flip this to the right side again. So next thing to do, you're going to bring out one part of the flap outside and you push the other side aside. You are going to take your zipper, making sure that it exceeds your flap with some inches upwards like this, and you are going to be sewing this very close to the joint, let's say 0.25 inches away from your joint part, and you have to flip it over like so, and you are going to sew this from the top part, which is 0.25 inches away from the joint. You sew this all the way to the down part. So to be able to sew this easily, I had to open up my zip, and now I'm not going to sew this and stop where your joint stop, but you're stopping where your flap stop instead. So you just sew this down to where your flap stop, and your flap is stopping 1 inch below your hip line. So next I'll just go ahead to top stitch the zip so as to keep it relaxed. So the next thing to do, you're going to push in this flap to the side like this and you pin it up. This is to avoid mistakenly top stitching on your flap when sewing the other end. So next thing to do, you bring down the other flap area and you place it on top of the zip like this. Now you are going to make sure that you arrange this properly, because whatever you stitch at this point is what determines if your flap will come out relaxed or if it will come out opened. So you go ahead to top stitch it, giving it a curve from the down all the way to the up. Now when you are doing this, just ensure that you are very careful, and please take note and ensure that the top flap is covering the zipper very well, because if you end up sewing this with the zipper opening up, your flap is going to open up no matter how you sew it. And also you use your hands to feel it and ensure that you are sewing on the other end of the zip. So I had to open up the top part so that I can easily sew this all the way to the top. So I'll go ahead to remove and unpin the other flap that I pinned down, and this is just it for the flap. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I would love to see you in my next tutorial. Bye.